What's up, Broncos country? Have you ever felt that chill down your spine before a roster cut? Well, the preseason is heating up, and a bombshell just dropped in our locker room. Some folks are suggesting the Denver Broncos cut one of our most explosive running backs before the 2025 season kicks off. A guy who runs like he owns the field, making us jump off the couch with every play. Who's in the crosshairs, and why's this causing such a stir? Stay tuned, because this conversation is going to make the hearts of the Denver Broncos family beat faster. Broncos country, brace yourselves because things are getting serious. We're just days away from the start of the 2025 regular season, and the Denver Broncos are in an epic battle to finalize their 53-man roster. And let me tell you, the running back position is a boiling cauldron. We've got 6 guys fighting for what's likely 4 spots. It's a real game of musical chairs, and the name at the center of the storm is our very own Jaleel McLaughlin, an undrafted running back from 2023 who's already won over the fans with his speed, grit, and plays that look straight out of an action movie. You remember McLaughlin, right? The guy's a rocket, small, agile, with an energy that shakes the whole stadium. In 2 NFL seasons, he's rushed for 906 yards, averaging an insane 8 yards per carry, not to mention 55 receptions and 4 touchdowns through the air. He's the kind of player who comes into a game and changes everything, getting the crowd on their feet screaming, "Let's ride!" at mile high. But brace yourselves, some analyst out there is saying the Denver Broncos should cut this guy before the ball even flies in week 1. Seriously, family, can you swallow that? Let's lay it all out and make sense of this mess. Our backfield is more competitive than a Super Bowl. J.K. Dobbins, with his experience and power, and rookie R.J. Harvey, who's coming in hot, are practically locks for the roster. That leaves, in theory, 2 spots for 4 players: Jaleel McLaughlin, Audric Estime, Tyler Beatty, and Blake Watson. And man, things flipped after the preseason game against the San Francisco 49ers. Beatty and Watson hit the field like they owned the ball, showing a fire that left everyone's jaws on the floor. Then an analyst threw fuel on the fire. They said McLaughlin, our lightning bolt from Youngstown, might be the odd man out, the guy who gets cut. The reasoning? Dobbins and Harvey are locks. Estime has the edge as a recent draft pick, and Beatty and Watson are shining in the preseason. But Broncos country, let's pump the brakes. Does this even make sense? McLaughlin isn't just any running back. He's a weapon. Small? Sure. Explosive? You bet. He came from Youngstown State, where he broke NCAA records and joined the Broncos as an undrafted free agent in 2023. Nobody bet on him. But what did he do? Earned a roster spot and became a key piece of the offense. In 2023, he was arguably the most dynamic running back on the team, even without being the starter. In 2024, with a still limited role, he delivered solid numbers: 4.8 yards per carry and an unreal ability to catch passes out of the backfield. He's the kind of player Sean Payton loves: versatile, reliable, and with that knack for making clutch plays. Cutting him would be like throwing away a Swiss Army knife in the middle of a war. And worse, if he hits the waiver wire, some team will snatch him up in a heartbeat and we'll be stuck watching him shine in another jersey. That's unacceptable, Broncos country. Now, let's talk about the competition. Audric Estime is a raw talent drafted last year. He's got power, but he hasn't shown McLaughlin's consistency. Tyler Beatty and Blake Watson, they shined against the 49ers, but preseason is one thing and the regular season is another. Can they handle the grind of a 17-game season with defenses coming at them full force? McLaughlin's already proven he can. He's the guy who comes in on 3rd down, makes an improbable catch, or rips off a 15-yard run to keep the drive alive. And Sean Payton, who loves creative play calling, knows the value of a player like that. So why are we even talking about cutting him? Is the hype around Beatty and Watson overshadowing our no? 38's brilliance? What do you think, Broncos country? Is this madness? Does McLaughlin deserve to stay on the roster, or are Beatty and Watson stealing the show? And is Estime really such a lock? Drop your thoughts in the comments because we want to know what the fans are thinking. And don't forget, the next 2 preseason games, starting with the matchup against the Arizona Cardinals this Saturday, are going to be the moment of truth. Every snap will be a battle, and McLaughlin's fighting for his roster life. Let's dive into the numbers, because they tell the story of the field. McLaughlin's got a career average of 4.8 yards per carry. That's elite-level stuff, family. He's not the guy who's going to carry the ball 20 times a game, but he doesn't need to. He's the change-of-pace back who comes in and messes up the opposing defense. In the passing game, he's a beast. 55 receptions in 2 years with 4 touchdowns. That's pure versatility, something that fits perfectly with Sean Payton's scheme, who loves using running backs in routes, screens, and unexpected plays. Compare that to Estime. He's got potential, but is still learning to read defenses and be consistent. Beatty and Watson? They've shown flashes, but they don't have McLaughlin's resume in games that matter. And another thing, McLaughlin is a guy who delivers in the clutch. Remember that run against the Chiefs in 2023 when he left a defender in the dust and nearly flipped the game? That's the kind of impact we can't afford to lose. Cutting McLaughlin isn't just about numbers, Broncos country. It's about what he represents to this team and this fan base. He's the underdog, the guy who came from nowhere, who nobody expected, and who earned every inch of the field with sweat and talent. He's the embodiment of the Denver Broncos, resilient, passionate, ready to fight against all odds. Cutting him would be like saying, we don't believe in the warriors who make this team special. And family, we know Broncos country is built on stories like his, on players who defy expectations and become legends at Mile High. What's at stake now? The game against the Cardinals this Saturday is going to be a game changer. McLaughlin, Estime, Beatty, and Watson will have to leave it all on the field. Every run, every block, every catch will be under a microscope from Sean Payton and the coaching staff. If McLaughlin does what he does best, exploding on plays and showing versatility, will they still have the guts to cut him? Or will Beatty and Watson keep surprising and steal the spot? And what about Estime? Will he finally show the spark that made the Broncos draft him? The tension's in the air, and Mile High is waiting to see who'll carry the ball for Broncos country. So, Denver Broncos family, who do you think will lock down the spot? McLaughlin with his explosiveness? Beatty and Watson with their rookie hunger? Or will Estime step up and silence the critics? Drop your predictions in the comments, because we want to hear the voice of the fan base. And don't forget to share this video with your Broncos country friends so we can debate this roster battle together. Another thing to think about, what's Sean Payton planning? He's a coach who loves versatile players who can do multiple things in the offense. McLaughlin is exactly that. A guy who runs, catches, blocks, and brings energy to the team. Cutting him would go against Payton's own style. And here's the kicker. If the Broncos cut McLaughlin and he hits the waiver wire, the chances of him coming back to the practice squad are slim to none. A player with his yards per carry average and versatility, some team will grab him in a second. Imagine the nightmare of seeing McLaughlin shining against us in a rival AFC West jersey, like the Raiders or Chargers. That'd be a punch to the gut, Broncos country. And it's not just about McLaughlin. This roster battle is about the future of our team. Every cut, every choice defines who will carry the Denver Broncos flag in 2025. We've been through tough years, but Broncos country never gives up. We believe in our players and the fighting spirit that makes Mile High shake. So no matter who stays, we're going to support them with everything we've got, because that's our family. Broncos country, if you bleed orange and blue like we do, don't miss a second of this season. Subscribe to the channel now, hit that bell, and join this family that lives and breathes Denver Broncos. Let's ride this journey to the playoffs together. Let's ride. Look, family, I'm going to be real with you. Cutting Jaleel McLaughlin feels like a mistake we could regret for years. He's the kind of player who makes game-changing plays, brings energy to the team and the fans, and represents the heart of Broncos country. If I were Sean Payton, I'd hold on to him with everything I've got and give him more chances to show what he's capable of. But with this backfield so stacked, someone's going to get left out, and it's got my heart in knots. What about you, Broncos country? What would you do? Drop it in the comments because I want to know what's on the fans' minds. So, Denver Broncos family, what's the verdict? Would you keep McLaughlin on the roster or make room for the rookies? And what do you think of Estime? Comment below with your take because we want to hear Broncos country's voice. Don't forget to drop a like, share this video with your orange and blue family, and stay tuned to the channel for more hot updates about our team. Until the next video, and go Broncos!